You will gain access to controlling your third eye with this permission slip if it resonates with you and you continue to think it. Imagine your third eye as that which chooses the direction to focus in. The thoughts that will always come across your mind in the mind space, your sensory experiences. Your third eye is that which chooses the focus, which ones you give attention to and which ones you just let pass by. It gives you an avenue to exercise your ability to tune into your third eye. You will amplify your intuition. You will amplify your ability to tune into your heart. You will amplify your ability to clear your mind and to do your shadow work. You can choose to come into alignment and focus on your heart, which causes the constructive interference while your mind stays focused on your heart, which amplifies your frequency, which is where the subtle guidance comes in. You can tune into your guidance with this permission slip deliberately. It gives you the ability to choose what thoughts to focus on, which gives you the ability to do your shadow work, which gives you the ability to gain control of your mind. It's a powerful permission slip. When you have this permission slip installed and you continue to think that thought over and over, it becomes a belief. And once it's a belief, it becomes your reality. The rest of this video will be an authentic unfolding of how that relatively clear short came into existence through vocal channeling. I've been doing written channeling for about a year, half a year maybe, and it comes much more easily, much more naturally than the vocal channeling. So it's quite awkward, but it's authentic, and it's how it came into being. So enjoy if that's what you're into. It's awkward, but it's part of the process of getting the human out of the way. Thank you. I'm being called to share a perspective that became a belief that has led to some personally profound experiences regarding the third eye. I've never heard anyone share a perspective like this, so I don't know where it came from. It just kind of arose and I played with it in my mind, and it felt resonant with me. So if it resonates with you, sorry, I wasn't expecting anyone to come here. So if it resonates with you, I would appreciate your that really threw me. If it resonates with you, take it, and I'm glad that I could help. If not, leave it behind for those it's meant for. There's another person coming. Just give me a minute. Anyway, I'm new to this. Give me a break. So it's about the third eye. The perspective that I made up, I guess, I don't know where it came from. As far as I know, there was no external, whatever, it doesn't matter. I Imagine, my gosh, it's kind of loud here. Maybe I should like cut this all out. Just 3 giant trucks, no big deal. Out of nowhere in the middle of the night. 4 or 5. Tokyo. Okay. Some peace. I came into this belief. I cultivated it intentionally because when I had the thought, it resonated. So I kept thinking about it, and it became a belief. And the belief led to some profound experiences that I've never had before. And some incredible synchronicity that like really confirmed it for me. So it's been powerful, and I had a urge to share it, like an impulse to share this right now. It's currently 8/8, the Lionsgate portal, full moon. I think it's full moon. It looks full. Anyway, the perspective is, imagine the third eye is, which you can like look around like a normal eye, but it's the direction that you're focused in mentally. What thoughts, which are always passing by your mind, you can't stop thoughts from passing by, just like you can't stop traffic from passing by. But you can give your attention to a thought. You can stay focused. You can point your third eye at the thought, at the stimulus, at the sensory experience. You have control of that. You can say, where is it looking? When your mind is full and racing and busy and reliving things in the past, projecting the past into the future, the normal like human experience of dealing with taking on everyone else's baggage. When you've cleared it, you start to have intuition build up very strongly in your which comes from the third eye. And this perspective of like describing it in this way as being that which points its focus at thoughts. When your thoughts have calmed down, have quieted, when you don't feel their gravitational pull so much because you're not like fighting to survive in the world that you're in anymore. You're secure in yourself, and your mind starts to clear out, blah blah blah. You can see more. You tap into that intuitional space. It's like looking through water, which magnifies things. If the water is still and clear, you can see through it just fine. In fact, you can see more closely what's further away because it magnifies it. But if it's turbulent and there's ripples, then no matter what direction you point it, it's gonna like, oh, you're looking that direction, not the direction it's pointed, which is where you get stuck in the loops and the the negative stuff and just the noise of the mind. That might be enough, just what I've said. But if you imagine, so I'll repeat it simply, and maybe I'll put this at the beginning. You imagine your third eye as that which points in a direction of the thoughts in your mind. which is something you innately understand that you can control. You can point at what thoughts you're thinking. You can choose the thoughts to focus on. The more you've calmed down your mind, the more you've cleared it out, the less attractive, less gravity a thought will have, even though the thoughts will always continuously pass through. So you have more control of your third eye, the direction of your focus. From this perspective, I've gained some really interesting experiences. I was meditating with this in mind for a while, for like 2 hours or something. And I experienced this fractal world. I was traveling along fractal veins. It was very gray and like dull colors on the surface of it, but with like specks of color that were also kind of dull. But it was just like traveling along these routes in this fractal dimension. And along these routes, there was like features, like a big orb, I interpreted it as some sort of sun. And then the fractals surrounding it were like the timelines of that space. That's just how it was felt to me. And there was also individuals, like characters, I guess you could call them. Some of them were all gold. Oh, there was also a golden palace. But anyway, there was all these like really interesting features, and I was just like traveling along it for, it felt like hours. It couldn't have been, I mean, in physical world, but it felt for a very long time. And I experienced this incredible synchronicity the next day. One of the YouTubers, YouTube readers that I subscribe to, she said, yesterday I saw you in the astral plane. And when I was experiencing this, I saw her, specifically her. She was just there with like this huge smile on her face. And she was just like so like just full of love and like joy. And then when she said it in the video, it just struck me as like incredible that there's that outside synchronicity that confirms the experience that I had. Anyway, all of this happened after I gained that perspective, after giving me something tangible that I know I have control over, to anchor that to a perspective of controlling my third eye. Yeah. I don't really know. Let me pause for a moment and see. I don't know if there's anything else to say once. One of the most important things I've been doing with it is, since my mind is relatively very, very, very clear compared to what it used to be growing up, tuning into the heart space, when your third eye isn't getting like distorted from the ripples and the currents in your mind, you can look straight into your heart and you can stay focused on your heart space. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this quite a bit. It's like his bread and butter. And I love listening to him. Just his perspective, if you don't... So if you tune in to your heart, using this idea that you can control the direction of your focus, and that is your third eye, and you focus in on your heart space while you're meditating, you can really listen. You can get a good sense of what's going on in your heart. And that's like when you're doing something creative, you're already tuned into your heart space. You're already in this almost timeless, like meditative state. But if you can control this deliberately, when you're not just working on some creative passions, I feel like it opens you up to way more. You have a direct ability to connect to the experiences and thoughts that are occurring on the higher levels, on the outskirts of your mind, where your guides and other interdimensional beings, the extraterrestrials, etc., where they can influence very subtly your mental space. And you can tune directly into those messages when your third eye is focused on your heart space, because that's where it detaches from. So when your heart and your mind have the constructive interference, therefore your range of your frequency range extends significantly further when your mind and heart are in constructive interference. And on the outskirts, on the outside of that, is where the subtle messages come in. So this perspective gives you an ability, potentially, depending on how aligned to the belief system you are, of tapping directly into that and exercising. It gives you a way to exercise it. Things I wish I could have said at the beginning, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. I need to go back to bed, unless I'll hang around a bit and see if Source wants to tell me anything else. Bye for now. I decided I was guided to record a YouTube short, so I will begin the video with that. Then I will play the natural unfolding of how that information came to be anchored in a way I could communicate it. Which is just to say, I will play the rest of the video that you've already watched. And I'll put this at the end to say goodbye properly. And thank you for watching. I hope it helps. If it does help, I would love to hear you in the comments, like what experiences it gives rise to for you, because that kind of perspective will generate more awareness of what's possible with a permission slip like this, an ability to exercise control of your third eye. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. Let me know. Peace.